Alrighty everyone, welcome on in to the 12th episode of our Pantheon Dynasty. Allow me to introduce you all properly to Monarch Hanne, first of their name. Bop! Here you can see Monarch Hanne. We have a librarian who is also responsible and somehow irritable. We're initially going to be going for a trade ambition. Should that trade ambition fail, we'll default instead to a stability ambition. We're going to side with the university's scholars and wizards wherever possible. And our first choice will always be to hire a wizard to fix a problem, or a scholar. Sounds like they have a permanent migraine. Yeah. Hey Shadow Moon, welcome on in. I will take the fall and assume all the risks whenever things get rough. I prefer to lose authority or spend from the treasury rather than gain defiance or lose other stats. And that's fine because we're also against authority. We don't like disruptions and we like to throw a tantrum and do bad things to people. So expect this Monarch to snap a bunch. I had a lot of fun trying to come up with an anti-authority trait. It's pretty good, So yeah, welcome on in everyone, and Shadow Moon, welcome on in as well. Welcome back to the counts. That's 14 of you in the game. Very nice. There's another game you might like, Frostliner. I'll put it on my wish list and have a look at it after the stream properly. But at a glance it looks alright. Thank you for the recommendation, Whopper. Here we are. Welcome to the kingdom. As you can see, everything's a bit grubby. Yo, 2 military for the grandees. That is rough. We'll just link in Discord. Thank you. I'll go have a look at it after. It's 32 degrees. Oh, yeah. Rain is good. Typhoons, I don't know. But rain definitely good. It's been really hot over here in the UK as well. We had like 35 degrees in the middle of the day. Whenever that was. That was like earlier in the week. Thank God for my little fan. Keeping me nice and cool. Now, let's have a look here. State of the Kingdom. The Count's trade and farming are in the gutter. As is the Grandee's military. These are things... These are things we really want to sort out. Now then, let's go through and do a round of introductions. Everyone, welcome to the start of the game. Thank you for being here. Introducing our chiefs, we got Chief Whopper II, Chief Wolf Warrior, Chief Simone, and Chief Bobby. Welcome on in. We've also got the... Oh wait, who just joined there? Somebody... Was that Advisor? Advisor, welcome on in as well. Welcome back to the Chiefs. You got in just as I was introducing everyone. Counts, welcome on in to our counts. We got Conte Shadow Moon II, Countess Teenybert, Conte the Flowers Baklava II, Conte Ye Old Dad, and Count Ephra II. Welcome to all of our counts. And finally, last but not least, we got our grandees with Grandee Morgrim II, Grandee Gibbonexus IV, Grandee Hookerlord, Grandee Aranlu, and Grandee Charlie's Waffle Tales. Welcome on in. Get comfy, everyone. We're going to rock on and start, as always, with the path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? What am I doing again? Librarian trade. Oh no, we're going to be another architect of a new golden age. This always bodes poorly. The economy is about to have things occur within it. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Okay, next we got council introductions. Let's glad hands with everyone. Hello, Simone. You did it. You seized the throne. We showed them what the chiefs could do, didn't we? Now just remember which side of your bread is buttered. You answer to us. Got it? But what if I wanted to govern for the good of the whole kingdom? That's not what we agreed. We put that crown on your head. Don't make us take it away. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. Hi, Simone. Who have we got from the Council of the East? Hey, Flower. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Highness. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Yes, losing a civil war is a doom. And finally, the grandees of the south, Morgrim. May the ninth god bless your reign, Your Holiness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. And with that, our introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices. Meanwhile, what do you think? Will they be a good little monarch and do as they're told? Hello, Wolf. Too early to tell, but I have a bad feeling. We should have a backup plan, just in case. Alrighty. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from Queen Lorelei, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Alright, let's get it over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, what are we gonna do? You know what? I don't need a pagan ceremony. I don't like defiance. Alright, if I open up the sign. You prefer to lose authority or spend from the treasury rather than gain defiance or lose other stats. Yeah. I'm happy to be thrown in the river. As is tradition. Boo? Boo? You dare to boo me? Right, here's a test to see how many people are active right now. 10 of you total? Okay. 11, 12. Okay, that's most of you. That's pretty good. Alrighty, let's see what we get. It is decided the monarch will be thrown in the river. So it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurtling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Yes, giggle, giggle, yeet, yeet. Sploosh. Thanks, everyone. Alright, eyes down. All we know at the minute is I'm pursuing a trade ambition. Let's see what schemes you guys get up to. Selby of the Advisor clan, well-known northern prodigy, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning on as if in a trance. Morgana is with us. Hanne now sits on the throne, and the chiefs are in charge, but the other regions will already be scheming to depose them. Do we stay loyal to the new monarch or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? You're gonna stay loyal, right? Chiefs, it's A for loyalists, B for subterfuge, C for doppelganger. Chiefs, it's time to vote for your scheme. With loyalists, you're going to try and aid me in keeping my throne. With subterfuge, you'll want to replace my innermost council with chiefs. And with doppelganger, you're going to want to find a body double to replace me with. What's it going to be? We got 2 votes at the minute. I know there's a couple more of you active. There we go, there we go. Loyalist it is. That's lovely. That settles it then. Long live the monarch. May they bring glory to Morgana. But we can always change our minds. If Hanne ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of them. The old-fashioned way. The chief's goal is to aid the monarch by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the monarch produces an heir and completes their ambition. However, if defiance gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. Oh, hello, Catcher of the Teeny Burt Dynasty. Very pale. Not bad. I do like the creamy hair with all the purple. Nice PNG. Legendary Eastern Elder. Leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. My fellow counts. In ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false monarch Hanne wears the crown. Oh, that looks rather young and pale. Do not look at Ascension. So the options for the counts are A, Uprising, B, Ascension, or C, Possession. With Uprising, you're going to inspire a peasant revolt that you're going to take advantage of. With Ascension, you're going to invite the monarch into Catcher's immortal empire. Immortal cult of blood drinkers. And with C, Possession, you're going to summon a demon to live inside the monarch's head. I will note Possession also asks for faith. Oh, is that the second one? Get faith down low? Wow, okay. Pretty split in the House of the East. But we got a leader here in Uprising. Put your crown back on? Wait, what? Oh, thank you for putting the crown back on and then Wolf Warrior's taking it off me. Okay. How long did that last? Literally less than a minute. We got Uprising going on. The Counts plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the monarch before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the Counts must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Thank you, Morgrim and Gibbo, for giving me my crown. So we need 2,000 gold in the treasury. We currently got 1,500 for the Counts. Now then, Seraphina of the Arinlu lineage, notorious southern orator, stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the south, this is a stain upon our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Okay. What should Seraphina do? We got options A, sorcery, B, intimidation, or C, witch hunt. With A, sorcery, you're going to try and make a deal with a wizard to supplant me. With B, intimidation, you're going to want to infiltrate the palace and strong arm me off the throne. And with C, witch hunt, you're going to want to persecute me as the witch and burn me at the stake. Intimidation or witch hunt, both are strong options. Intimidation as a military raising. Okay, well, let's see. No, it's witch hunt, I'm afraid. There's all sorts of heresy in the capital, and the grandees intend to expose it. First, they must ensure the south is beyond reproach. To advance their scheme, the grandees must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons. They currently got it. They're good on that one. So, for our rogues gallery, we got Chief Selby here, the bastard offshoot in the north. The chiefs are pursuing the loyalist scheme, so they want to help me. Help me, chiefs. Help me build a healthy economy. We need to get those trade numbers up. Katja, our countess in the east, or Conte, I believe, actually. Long lost nibbling in the east. Pursuing the uprising scheme. Initially, the counts want to raise our treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. And finally, Serafina, the bastard offshoot in the south, pursuing the witch hunt scheme, want to have the highest faith in 3 seasons' time. Serafina, bastard offshoot of a chief. There was some clearly torrid romance. Yep. Oh. Monarch has been around the block? No. Well, I mean, it could be just our parents. We don't care for authority, right? That's what I'm doing this time. You what, mate? No authority. Anonymous. Getting extra money wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, we'll do a royal gamble. Why not? Why not? Damn it all! Damn it! Who invited Fitzalbert? Chaz, hello. Your Majesty, I have a matter of some delicacy to speak with you about. G'day, cousin. How's the old kingdom going, eh? I always thought it looked like a lot of work, but I suppose you get a fancy hat. Lord Fitzalbert is your very, 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 very distant cousin. About 50th in line to the throne. You haven't seen him in years. What's going on? Lord Fitzalbert's been staying at my estate for the last year, Your Majesty, but alas, there have been some financial impacts. He's been borrowing money from me for months, saying he'll pay me back when his luck turns, but now my coffers are bare. Is that true? Oh damn, you're pretty broke. Yes. Poor Charlie's Waffletails couldn't afford a little banquet to see me off. I'm sorry it's come to this, but I must petition the court for funds, Your Highness. We're going to do a gamble on paying Charlie's Waffletails. And then we can put this all behind us. We won't be bankrupt. Chaz will be good. Everyone's happy, right? A is the way. A is the way of it all. Oh, Ephra, you took my crown as well? Okay. I like that you're all getting into it. Alright. Whoa, what? Oh, sorry. The Treasurer arranges for a discreet payment to Grandee Charlie's Waffletails. Word gets around in the south about your generosity, not least because Lord Fitzalbert is eager to proclaim it wherever he can. You're not sure where your cousin will land next, you can only hope it's somewhere very far away. Okay. Teenybert, hello. Without a word, Countess Teenybert hands you a blood red envelope. It's sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later in the year. What's it all about? I could say no more. You must choose whether to accept our invitation or decline it. I suppose I shall attend this event, whatever it is. I will see you at the next vigil, Your Majesty. Thank you, Teeny. One evening, you're sitting up in bed, reading some paperwork, when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber, bold as brass. Have to go now, see? Okay, take care, Ephra. Bye-bye. Everyone say goodbye to Ephra in chat. Thank you for being here, buddy. Hello, Your Madge. Glad I finally found you. This place is a bloody maze, it is. Mind if I take a seat? Who are you? Hold on, wait. Irritable, anti-disruptions, pro-tantrums, yes. This was made for me. Guards! Guards! But your palace watcher nowhere to be seen despite you yelling yourself hoarse. Listen, I've got a bloody great idea for you. What a gangrene could be cured by mouldy bread. I haven't tried it yet, but I've got a good feeling. Before the peasant can explain further, your marshal bursts into your bedchamber, sword drawn. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. Sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watcher. Do you want me to kill this intruder? Yes, kill him. He's speaking nonsense. The marshal's sword flashes, parting the peasant's head from his shoulders. Blood spurts across your favourite duvet. If one thing's clear for this mess, you need an honour guard who can actually keep you safe, not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be Lord of Coin above all. You'll choose our northern warriors, won't you, Your Grace? Don't tell me you've gone soft and southern already. Yeah, very well to see you. Oh, wait your verdict with bated breath. Yeah, we're gonna have the Northern Warriors. I will make the arrangements at once. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavoury jokes. One of your courtiers faints. Alrighty, it's our first auction of the game. Let's see what we might want. I mean, the grandees may want the observatory to further secure their faith lead. And that's it, really. Everything else is about just stuff that you want. Oh, Cedar Cathedral would upset the grandees a bit, because it would mean both the counts and grandees are on 10. And Pantheon-wise, the stadium would upset the grandees' military. The fortress and aqueduct would both also work against the chiefs launching any new cults. There's no trade available? Okay. That's all our options. Here's everyone and their money. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Bids on unfunded items will get refunded back to you. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream. So I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Let's see here. What do we got? B and C? So, the fortress and cathedral. Alrighty. 10 seconds. Go, 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 go. Right, did everyone get in? So military up and faith up. Okay, Chiefs making big moves there. Big moves from the Chiefs. Okay, let's deal with our cousin, then go to the Crimson Vigil. Your distant cousin, Lord Fitzalbert, races into the room while you're enjoying your breakfast. I swear by the ninth god, there's gold underground! Oh, what are you talking about? Alright, so I had some luck in a gambling establishment in the south, and Grandy Charlie's Waffle Tales introduced me to a consortium of prospectors selling land. They're sure there's gold beneath the earth, and they just need a small investment to dig it out. Of course I bought it, it was a bargain. I wondered if the council would like to get involved in this opportunity. Oh, this makes Defiance go up. I want to avoid that. So yeah, we're just going to take the land. Pity. Shame. Democracy. Yes. Democracy indeed. Oh, wow. Nobody wants to vote for the one option on the ballot. Beautiful. The monarch is bad with power, off with the head? Yeah, okay. Thank you, TV. Soon everyone in the south knows that you're unwilling to donate funds for your cousin's project. But at least the treasury is safe from Lord Fitzalbert's grasp. We're all passed out from the heat? True. Be sure to look after yourselves if you're going through some rough weather, everyone. The Crimson Vigil takes place in a bleak castle atop an eastern hill. Your journey takes weeks and your baggage train keeps getting stuck in bogs. Guests at the Crimson Vigil compete on who can dress in the most ghoulish and frightening of costumes. You dress as... I'll go with the ghost, the cheap option, that's fine. As you're assessing your appearance, Countess Teenybert sweeps in dressed as a living corpse. Welcome. Very spooky costume, Your Highness, I like it. Please remember to stay in the upper levels, the dungeons are out of bounds. In the ballroom, you find the counts gathered, all dressed up as frightful monsters, wolfmen, pumpkinheads, witches. A waiter glides past holding a tray of S-Mans. A pianist plays a mournful tune. The Crimson Vigil begins at midnight. What role will you take? A mourner, or are you willing to portray a hound of the betrayer? Let's play a Hound of the Betrayer. The counts gather after Countess Teenybert delivers a short speech about remembering the old ways a flaming crown is passed upon her head. You get to bark and bite angrily. Oh, nice. I will be playing the Monarch in Exile this evening. The hounds of the betrayer will try to catch me, but fear not, for I am as swift as a falling star and old as the hills. Chase the Monarch in Exile. Teeny Bert runs down the corridor, flames licking out behind her. You give chase. A dozen other hounds of the betrayer run alongside you, howling and yipping enthusiastically. Somehow, despite the silly costume and massive flaming hat, Teeny Bert is quick on her feet. Catching her won't be so easy. Chase after her! Your heavy chains slow you down, allowing Teeny Bert to slip away. She's somewhere in the castle, but you'll never find her now. To your surprise, the counts are ecstatic that the Monarch in Exile evaded you. They declare it a good omen and smash a bottle of red wine in celebration. Teeny Bert does not reappear. After that, the music is more cheerful, the counts dance and the chat long into the night. At dawn, you'll board your carriage and begin the long journey back to the capital. Excellent stuff. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? On a roll of a dice, we've got women. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision. Oh, and hello, new face, Kentri Akuri. Welcome on in. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the chiefs as we agreed before you took the throne. Right? Don't hassle me on that one. Don't know if we'll stick with that. Perched atop a hill in the remote eastern wilderness sits a dark, austere castle. At the top of its tallest tower, Comte Ye Old Dad and their co-conspirators can be found deep in their cups. It's not enough. The peasants couldn't care less about the monarch or their hoarded wealth. How are we supposed to incite an uprising in this climate? We should start by ensuring the monarch actually has some wealth to flaunt. Shame the monarch seems determined to be destitute. Perhaps they're really bad with money. The Count's aim is to raise the treasury to 2,000 or more. Apparently you do run when it's part of the ritual in honour of the seventh god. Guess the Lord of Hellfire is good motivation. Yeah, we'll run. We'll partake in things. Common tax for everyone tax season. Okay, let's start with the mercantile complaint and then an honourable challenge. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the south have bribed the grandees to give them an exclusive charter. They now control trade of all perfumes and dyes, the south's most valuable goods. This is a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. RP, just good business. Hey, I kind of want to do null and void. That's my leaning. Oh wait, that would increase defiance for the grandees. I don't really want to lose trade with just good business. And I don't want to lose stability. Yeah, I'd prefer C, I think. Tear up the charter. Let me just go get a new drink. Let's have a look. Thank you for voting with me, everyone. Oh, I've just used up the last of my instant coffee. I've been weaning myself off it. I don't think I've had any for like at least a week now. So this is probably going to be the last cup, and then it's all green tea all the way. You order soldiers to break up the monopoly, accompanied by an even more fearsome threat: lawyers. The charter is declared illegitimate. Many grandees lose their investment. Smaller traders in the south flourish once again, and prices return to a sensible level. The common folk rejoice. Yay! Hello, Luca. Welcome on in. Everyone say hello to Luca. Instant coffee. Stop drinking that mud. Drink some nice cup of chai instead. Yeah, I've got green tea that I'm going to be replacing it with. Alrighty. Looks like I'm an edgelord. Let's have a look. So we did have Kentucky here. Kenty joined the Chiefs. And Luca here has in the counts. Welcome back, Luca. Alrighty. What are we looking at now? We got an honourable challenge. Your Highness, this witless mumblecrust has besmirched my honour. He claimed that I am a cowardly cheat and that I did not earn my scars in battle. Hooker Lord, who are you talking about? That honourless dog, wolf warrior of the Chiefs. And what was that about your scars? My scars are a symbol of my many jewels. They're hard-earned badges of honour for any grandee. I would duel him to regain my honour, as any grandee should, but Chief Wolf Warrior will not accept without your express permission. Now hold on a minute. This is a matter of respect. We can't be dueling in Monarch Hanne's throne room without due process. You're a coward, Wolf Warrior, and you may as well admit it now. A coward? That's rich coming from you. Sure you didn't earn those scars in a farming accident? You may duel. Hooker Lord grins wickedly, drawing his sword. Wolf Warrior snarls, draws his axe and squares up to face Hooker Lord. The duelists circle each other before Lord Grandee Hooker Lord steps in for the first move. Wolf Warrior jumps back, batting the sword away. While Hooker Lord comes in for another strike, Wolf Warrior is ready for it. Though the Grandee is fainting, he has already anticipated it. Dodging out of the way and stepping inside Hooker Lord's reach, an axe bites into Hooker Lord's shoulder, triggering a pained yell. Ah! I yield! I yield! I can see why Hooker Lord has so many scars now. He drops his sword, his face a mixture of agony and embarrassment. Bravo, nicely fought. Though Grandee Hooker Lord has suffered a crushing embarrassment, the Grandees still view your sanction of the duel as respecting their customs and are clearly grateful. It was an honourable loss, it was indeed. Alright, here we go. I've found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Axe to meet you. Okay. Silly. Let's open up the sign. What am I looking for in a wife? You know what? Someone quiet that isn't going to cause any problems, that'll tick me off. That looks good for irritable. Somebody that's got their head on straight, somebody that likes to read books, who's in good with the librarians and that could all work. Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see the eligible bachelorettes. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait.
This is Hild, firstborn daughter of the Northern Whopper clan. Apparently she could be a little shy with strangers, but I'm sure she's wonderful when she comes out of her shell.
Beautiful. She's not very talkative. We like that.
I've heard she spends most of her time playing cards or making wagers with hanger-on. They say she's popular with the common folk up north too.
I feel lukewarm, positive. We're in a good direction here with this one. Cards is still quiet, at least. Depends how much they're drinking if they get rowdy.
This is Sylvia, eldest daughter of the Eastern Luca dynasty. Apparently had a hell of a time getting her to smile for this portrait. She had a laboratory installed in her castle and spends most of her time there conducting bizarre experiments. Went missing a while ago, but it turned out she'd accidentally locked herself in her cellar, survived on wine for a week. The locking herself up thing, I hate it. That'd piss me off no end. No thank you. From the south, Andona, eldest daughter of the Gibbo Nexus lineage, famed for her wit, her style, and as you can see, her good looks.
She don't look very happy.
Like many in the south, she claims to put her faith in the knife of God above all worldly concerns.
She's got grand plans and wants to change the world. Oh, no. No, no, no. We're going to go for the quiet chief. I've made my decision. I'm going to marry Hild of the North.
Excellent. I shall make the arrangements.
Here we are. In a picturesque castle overlooking the southern city of Calibra, two grandees lie back to enjoy the sun. Glorious work, my friend. We have a faithful South and a friendly High Inquisitor. Now is the perfect time to expose the Monarch's sins. I already have leads on information from inside the palace that we can use against the Monarch. It's only a matter of time. We have the High Inquisitor on our side, but we must also sow dissent among the other regions, or we won't succeed alone. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise the other region's defiance to a combined total of at least 8, or ensure another region begins a rebellion in 3 seasons. Okay, so everyone, I want you on the page here. If anyone else rebels, the Grandees will end up in the final stage of their scheme, okay? Just letting you all know. Make sure we're all on the same page with that one. We don't want authority. Gold, gold, gold. I see it, I see it. Why do it? You know what? Yeah, I think this is a good way to keep everyone in line. Your volatile cousin and giant spider, not giant spiders. They're still our cousin. The spymaster strolls into your library while you're reading, dragging your cousin Lord Fitzalbert by the scruff of the neck. A moment, your majesty. What's happened? Lord Fitzalbert wriggles half-heartedly with a sulky scowl. I've intercepted a number of threatening letters from your cousin, your majesty. Nothing of concern, but recently he hired an assassin against you. A very poor one at that. Haven't seen any assassin? The spymaster smiles. No, you haven't. You've treated me dreadfully. Why shouldn't I move against you? The so-called assassin was nothing but an amateur. Frankly, I'm amazed he didn't trip over and stab himself before I got the chance. But your cousin's actions raise concerns. I'm going to pay you all to put him in the monastery in the south. Alright? Just tuck him out the way. Golden choice on sea. Come get your money. I haven't got the time or the energy for this. Okay, cool. That's 11 of you out of 17. The 6 people yet to vote. Going once. Going twice. 3 times. Boom, boom. Chat was a herd? Yeah. A golden choice was declared. Lord Fitzalbert is furious, but he sulkily makes his way to the monastery in a remote part of the south. As it turns out, he settles in well, with the monks treating him with good-humoured tolerance. You receive a letter from him a while later apologising for trying to kill you and saying he's enjoying himself. Oh! It's a happy ending! Perhaps he'll cause less trouble now he's out of your hair. Regardless, he's no longer your concern. Excellent. Giant spiders. Spudders. Your greatness, the forest on my land has been completely overrun by giant spiders. Some are as big as horses. Hello, Bobby. Fitzalbert can get happy endings, yes. The trees are shrouded in webs and travellers are going missing. We must put a stop to this. You know what? Spiders are terrifying and I hate them. I'm going to send in the army to wipe them out. Vote A. That's what we'd like. Oh, D has got some motion. See if your account. I mean, yeah, we do roleplay here, Lucas, so people aren't necessarily going to vote in whatever's best for their various schemes. What? Oh my God, we're going to coexist with the spiders again. Okay, Chiefs want spider power. Damn. Coexist? They're monsters. Mandibles dripping with venom, snatching merchants off the road and stringing them up to suck them dry. They're more afraid of you than you are of them. That can't be right. They're 10 feet long ways, 10 feet width ways, and 8 feet ways. You send the Chancellor to Quell University. Perhaps the scholars have some ideas on how you and the spiders can coexist peacefully. Your wedding to Hild is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend for a week and a day. The capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Hild at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Hild, turns bright red every time a toast is called in her honour. By the time you find yourself alone with Hild, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Hello. Hope you had as good a time as I did. You too. You both lapse into a strange silence. Hild gulps back her wine. I can see you need some space right now. I think that would be good, yes. Thank you, sorry, yes, thank you. You head to the spare bedchamber, leaving Hild alone. She'll open up to you eventually, right? Nah, who cares? Who cares if she does? Stay out of the way. Deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the northern chiefs are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by coloured string. The monarch has married Hild, praise Morgana, and they just need to get on with the baby making. We can't hold off the other regions forever. Aye, the clock is ticking. The grandees have been building churches and courting priests all over the south. Don't think their false god is going to help them much, but the archbishop might. Then we've got to keep up our efforts. Monarch Hanne isn't going anywhere on our watch. The chiefs must continue to aid the monarch by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the monarch produces an heir and completes their ambition. Okay, we're looking good. So, looking across this, Seraphina and the Grandees currently need to get Defiance 8 or more. They're struggling with that. Kaja and the Counts need to get my treasury up. That's not really happening. Selby's supporting us, so I think we're going to be okay. I think we're doing all... What's a debt collection? Wait, did we take out a loan last time? No, and an invitation? Let's sort out the spiders and then go see that. Greetings, Your Majesty. I'm the arachnologist you sent for. Having spider problems. They've taken over an entire forest. Ah, yes. They're Tyrannius magnum, colloquially known as the giant spider, or gargantula. A fascinating specimen with many practical uses. You can raise them as livestock and milk them for their potent venom, or you can harvest their silk, which makes for fine sails and formidable armour. Last but not least, you could train them from birth to be ridden as mighty steeds. Who could resist a cavalry regiment that comes into battle atop these mighty arachnids? The possibilities are endless. But first you need to get a hold of some eggs. No easy task, I'm afraid. I would like to gamble on the gamble. Send in soldiers to take the eggs. Kindly vote B so I can get money to pay off my debt, maybe. Vote B, everyone. Oh, let me move that out of the way. Excellent. Thank you for your continued support. Northern troops sweep into the shrouded woods, hacking down webs and killing any spiders they come across. But it doesn't go well. Oh no, the spiders strike from the shadows, dragging soldiers to their doom. By the time your troops return, they've taken heavy losses, and the few eggs they did gather were crushed in their desperate retreat. This is hopeless. The spiders are more numerous than ever, and now my peasants are too afraid to leave their villages. You order the forest cordoned off, and the spiders are left alone. The wood will be web-shrouded and deadly for many years to come, and the peasants will speak of it only in whispers. Ah, Han, my heart, I have a proposition for you. So, you know I like playing cards, right? I'm playing at the Split tournament in a few months. Do you want to come with me? I probably won't win. It's just for fun. Yeah, come on. Yeah, let's go. The gods are good. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Tech collection. The council session has ended for the day, and you're quite surprised when Comte Shadowmoon II corners you in the back passage of your castle before dusk. Greetings, your highness. Oh, okay, we didn't take out a loan. This is my wife's gambling debts. Okay. Alright, I know what's happening now. Apologies for surprising you like this. I have an urgent matter that I thought you'd want to hear in private before I go to the council. Your wife, the Queen Consort, how can I say this? She owes me a lot of money. Gambling debts, mainly. She borrowed quite a lot from me to recover some lost funds. But now it's time to collect, and she's been avoiding me. Do not interrupt me with this nonsense, officers! Arrest this fool and throw them in the dungeons. The counts don't look too favourably on your unwarranted arrest, but a few nights in the dark cell of the dungeons are enough to persuade Shadow Moon II it's in their best interest to let the debts go. You release them. Once an agreement has been reached, they'll think twice before threatening the Queen Consort again. There you go, that's what you get for interrupting. I was going to have a nice dinner. Nice dinner. And then, oh, you come in and you butt in and you ruin it all. No, no. No, no, no. Alright, second auction of the game. Help, help, I'm being repressed. Indeed, indeed. Aero Ace, hello. Tapping the sign, just got here. How dare you repress our nobles. Aero Ace, welcome back to the Grandees. 6 aside now. Yeah, we're an irritable but responsible librarian. That's the gist of it. Oh crap! Type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in. Try not to miss out. I'll type in chat when there's 10 seconds left. Sorry, I accidentally pressed this back on. I don't even know what is or isn't good. I'd like see the Grand Bazaar. I'd like more trade. Thank you, whoever dobbed in that penny. Whopper is rich. Yeah, Whopper hoards the wealth. There, 10 seconds, go. What did we end up with there? Stability in farming? Oh, okay. Right. Not terrible. I got another invitation. Let's go get this invitation. Kenti, Yakuri. Yakui. Your Majesty, this year we will be holding Winter Feast in my clan hall. It would be an honour if you could attend. Oh, I look forward to it. Ha! We're looking forward to having you back in the north where you belong. Loud and rowdy. Oktoberfest too, pretty much. Let's go. Hild leads you inside Chief Whopper II's clan hall, where the tables have been laden with food and mead. So good to see you, Your Highness. When Hild told me you were coming, I almost didn't believe her. Hild's first opponent will be Grandee Morgrim Moon II, by the way. Morgrim, you're gambling. Grandee Morgrim Moon II, I hear she's pretty good at this. Hild gives you an appreciative smile. Whopper II leads you to some benches near the edge of the room, where a number of spectators are already sitting. Refreshments and S-men are handed around freely. I'm rooting for Grandee Morgrim II. She hasn't lost a game since 1141. 2 years undefeated. Oh, by the knife, Your Holiness. I didn't expect to see you here. I'd like to learn more about the game. Well, you've come to the right place. I'm sorry you didn't get an invite sooner. We have to be a little careful, you know. The Church of the Knife can be a little, timid when it comes to gambling. Aero Ace has been found. Spends the next few minutes explaining the basics of competitive split to you. Most of it goes over your head until she's interrupted. Thank the gods! Take that, you bastard! Nay, Ninth preserve us! What's wrong with these damn cards? Wow, Hild won? Well, that's unexpected, but there's no way she'll beat Conte Shadowmoon II in the next round. I don't understand what just happened. Ah, not to worry, Your Highness. You'll get the hang of it eventually. You don't think you can beat me, do you? Oh no, it's the rivals! We just put Shadowmoon in jail for unpaid debts. Oh no! It practically writes itself. Shadowmoon II is back for vengeance. We'll see soon enough. Watch the match. 35%, 1 in 3 chance. Will Shadowmoon put my wife in her place? Yo! The game goes by in a blur. Conte Shadowmoon II is aggressive, but Hild is ready for it. It's a matter of minutes before Shadowmoon II has conceded defeat. No, Shadowmoon didn't stay in the dungeon. They were let out after they accepted that we weren't going to pay back debt. The gods are good. Shadowmoon's sorry you've lost. By the knife, that's impressive. Now the Queen Consort will have to defeat Whopper II herself, the final boss. Everyone thinks that she uses her host privileges to cheat, getting her servants to stack the decks or something like that. Look for Chief Whopper II before the last match. He'll notice you leave and looks concerned, but you have an idea. You manage to corner Whopper II as she's getting ready for the game. To what do I owe this honour, To what do I owe this pleasure, Your Greatness? I've heard that you're a cheater. What? Such scandalous accusations. Where did you hear that? Do I throw Aero Ace out from under the bus? Oh. From one of your servants. Oh, how troubling. This won't do at all. Please excuse me while I give them a stern talking to. You find your way back to the stands. Hopefully the distraction will help even the odds for Hild, but you can't know for sure. Are you ready to lose, Your Highness? I hope not. Poor Hild. Get in there. The game gets off to a rip-roaring start. You have to fight the urge to bite your nails. Bide your time. 60% chance. Let's go, wife. And then all of a sudden it's over as Whopper II calls out a bold bluff on the part of your wife. And then it's immediately humbled as Hild turns over her cards. Yo! You actually had it, but that means nay. Against all the odds, your wife is victorious. Cheers and gasps reverberate in equal measures. After a while, Hild is able to disentangle herself and come see you. I can't quite believe it, I won. Ah, you played wonderfully, my love. My thanks, Hanne. Shall we head back? Once you're back home, your wife shares some of the prize money with you. All in all, a successful outing. Very good. Now the Counts can have their revenge in slandering me for having too much money after I took all their money at the gambling hall. Your marriage to Hild has leaped from strength to strength over the past few months. Truly, you found your soulmate, and every day you count your blessings. Rare text. A rare soulmate. It's high time you thought about an heir.
Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins.
My wife and I will have a child together.
The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business.
Okay then. We're gonna be okay, I think. Deep in the south, a grandee paces back and forth along the balcony of his hillside villa. Oh, they failed. Connectivity is crap for today. Oh, sorry to hear that, Teeny. Is it bad weather for you as well? I know a lot of people are dealing with it. Costume change from Chaz there. We're 40k now. Goodbye, Teeny. Everyone say goodbye to Teeny Bert. Thank you for being here, and I'm sorry your connectivity is rubbish. Hope you're having a good weekend nonetheless. I know you look forward to this all the time. Thank you for being with us, Teeny. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. And Arrow Ace has crowned us. There we are. Back with the crown.
I'm told that progress is slow. How could they be so blind, trusting that fool of a monarch after everything they've done?
The Grandee's aim is to raise the other regions' combined defiance to 8 or more, or ensure another region starts a rebellion. Crown here. Back in the east, the secret cadre of counts has met at Conte Ye Old Dad's keep once more. Blood red wine is being passed around merrily as they discuss their recent success. The peasants are getting rowdy, all thanks to us. Now they know how much wealth the monarch's hiding, they're itching to get rid of them. Careful we don't get them too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Yes, now it's time to incite some real chaos. Show that Monarch Hanne is not only greedy, they're utterly incompetent too. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Okay. We're doing alright. Stability's at 8, they need to half it. That's fine. I think we're fine. Common tax for everyone is okay. It's Chaos O'Clock. Oh lordy. Okay, let's start with the mutiny and then the fossil unearthed, and then we'll go to Winter Feast for the end. Save a little treat for the end.
Your Highness, a troubling development at the prison of Curvo Keep.
Curvo Keep?
The greatest southern prison for the worst criminals. A massive castle perched on a desert mountaintop. Alas, the prisoners at the keep staged a mutiny. We have no idea what went wrong, but they've killed the guards and taken Curvo for themselves. We've come to your holiness because the prisoners are now making demands of you. If you do not respond, they will kill their hostages, including Curvo Keep's owner, Grandee Super Guppy 2006. Super Guppy's here. Welcome, Super Guppy and Red Warrior. Welcome. Welcome to the Grandees and welcome to the Counts. I didn't see you join, but here we are. What are their demands? Firstly, they want their crimes forgiven, which is pretty standard as far as these things go. But they're also asking for a significant gold payment and free passage to Ashmead. Let's hold a vote on what to do. Well, it got me in the game quick. Yeah, you're about to die. I mean, recapture it by force. It's a 1 in 3 chance. And I absolutely hate it. So yeah, we're going to do a royal gamble on Curvo Keep. Let's take it. Let's go. Come on.
My wife's got me in the mood for a gamble. Send in the troops. Grandies, don't they kill our military? Oh, yeah. Grandies might lose some military. I'll promise to rebuild it. If we can. We haven't had any events to build up your military. It's rough. Blood for the ninth god, I think you'll find, Red Warrior. The Grandees mount a daring assault on Curvo Keep. First, an infiltration team tries to scale the desert cliffs, but the team evidently fails when the gates aren't open from inside. A brute force frontal assault is all that's left. The battle is long and bloody. In the midst of it, Grandee Super Guppy is killed, and his body is thrown from the battlements. Though Curvo Keep is eventually recaptured, it comes at a heavy price. Salutes in chat. Super Guppy has been killed. Super Guppy II will take their place on the council. And the Grandees military has hit 0. Very, very sorry. Sorry. Salutes everyone. Where is my... What am I looking at? Kill count. Kill count climbs to 1. It's our first noble death. Can you believe it? Alright, a fossil unearthed. Let's have a look. Good news, Your Highness. A new cathedral is wonderfully popular. They've even started expanding the vestry. Though there's a small problem. While digging more foundations, builders found bones in the rock. From the size of things, the beasts they came from must be larger than the cathedral itself. Hey, Red Warrior, welcome. Well, they're just bones, aren't they? He lowers his voice. The builders are saying it might be a flying reptile. No one dares say the name these days. It's been 700 years since a dragon was seen in the kingdom, and back then it was catastrophic. I don't want to abandon the cathedral. Right, nothing to upset anyone. Oh, actually, carefully excavating the bones. Yeah, I'll pay you to do this because that's extra trade, which is something we want. Alright, so vote B for Golden Choice. I want to get some trade, finally. Dragon skeleton would look nice in my entrance, yeah. They do look nice. Nice little dragon bones. What? Give me a moment. Oh, sorry about that. I'm back. Went to the bathroom quick. Boom, boom. We're going to excavate the bones. Excellent. The builders dig the bones from the rock. Soon the huge bones are revealed. As visitors crowd around the cathedral, trade picks up, merchants set up stalls peddling bootleg bone relics. Priests call for more and more faithful prayer, citing the bones as proof of the ninth god's power over all creatures. But despite the rise in tourism, some eastern locals are superstitious, treating the bones with fear. Some refuse to approach the building at all. Okay, winter feast time. After weeks of leading your baggage train along perilous mountain roads, you finally arrive at the snow-swept clan hall of Chief Kenti Yakuri. The hall is crammed with chiefs of the north, sitting cheek to cheek along tables, groaning under the weight of food and ale. Welcome, your majesty, to my humble hall. Take a seat and grab a drink. It's customary at winter feasts to exchange gifts with the host. What did you bring? You know what? A casket overflowing with sapphires. This'll fix the economy. This is far beyond what was necessary, your majesty. I will be forever in your debt. I can now afford to repair those blasted roads. After that, the feast lasts long into the night. Fires roar and the bards sing songs of the old days. A lake of ale is consumed a couple of hours in. You are... a little merry. We wouldn't get plastered, I don't think. As Winterfeast strolls on, the snow piles up outside the doors. The mood in the hall turns recurious. Your memory is blotchy, but you distinctly recall. Let's go leading the entire hall in song. Wait, aren't you anti-noble? No. Am I anti-noble? Wait, hold on. I'm not anti-noble. Anti-disruptions and I throw tantrums. I side with the university and wizards. And I assume they're all the risks whenever things get rough. Yeah. You know what? I think we can take part in a contest. You are very easy to get pissed. Oh, actually, I could get... Well... Say because I know getting into a fight is me making a bad joke and somebody else gets pissed with me. I reckon take part in a contest is good. At Winter Feast, the Chiefs challenge each other to various games. You soon find yourself facing Simone Perrybottom in... We're going to go a game of chess because we're a bit of a nerd. It's a long, hard-fought game, but your mind's fogged by alcohol and you make some foolish blunders. Simone is gracious in victory. Next morning, the Chiefs are scattered around the hall, groaning and nursing their hangovers. Your own hangover isn't too bad, but the thought of the voyage home makes you wince. You bid farewell to the Chiefs and begin the long, perilous journey back to the capital. Okay, we are good there. We don't want any of these, I don't think. Stop the count, reverse voting, Monarch site. No, we don't want Iron Choice. It keeps offering it to us. Bad mushrooms, fear of bones, arm shortage. Let's go deal with bad mushrooms and try and get some money, and then we'll go do arms shortages so we can pay for some military. Bad news, Your Grace. The Eastern Lowborn are starving. Predictable, yes, but in their starvation they've turned to foraging for swamp mushrooms to survive. Is this a bug? Maybe. I don't know if this is one. Morgan, would you like to clip it? Let me clip it. There we go. No name is up here to indicate someone's speaking. Yeah, so predictable, yes. In their starvation, they've turned to foraging. Is someone meant to be speaking this? There's no name handle here. Yeah. So I've clipped it for you. You can have a look at that as and when you feel like it. Add it to your collection. Bad mushrooms. This is a very particular variety of delicious and filling, but it makes one very ill. After a brief recovery, all seems well. That's great. The next morning, the unfortunate soul rises from their bed in a fugue state, wandering the streets as though touched by a demon. They drop dead. The mushroom is so dangerous that my servants call it the sick god's bane. Sounds rather useful. Oh, well, I couldn't comment on that. We can't get more food in the east. We should at least tell the peasants what this sick god's bane looks like. Okay, we're going to do a royal gamble. And we're going to harvest the mushroom for the Spy Master, right? This is based on real symptoms of avenging angel mushroom poisoning. Ooh. Okay. Well, look, I want to do this one here. I want to put royal gamble on it. Grandees, I want you bidding on A, so I can get more money, and then I can afford to buff up your military in the next event, right? Vote A, everyone, please. We can pay the counts. The counts get a bit of money. And I'll get a pile of cash that I can use to breathe a bit more life into the southern military again. Bench shrooms. Absolutely terrible. Alright. I think that's everyone that's gonna vote. Boom, boom. The harvest does little for starving peasants, but at least the sick god's bane is no longer on the menu. In the meantime, the Spy Master hoards the mushrooms, distilling them down to a carefully until a deadly poison remains. Uh-oh. Many poisons. Alright, let's go. As promised. Your Highness, the situation in the south is dire. The city watch in many of our cities is understaffed and crime is now rampant. Even dueling has dwindled as minor nobles take up other hobbies like knitting and insect collecting. Bah! We must bolster our dwindling forces in the south. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? Hire a mercenary company? Oh, yeah, I'm going to pay you all to hire the mercenary company. Golden choice on A. Let's go. Vote A, everyone. Got it. It's a simple typo. Nice one. Nice one. I'm glad when it all comes together. It's a bit of a rare event, so it makes sense that we haven't, like, tweaked it before. Golden choice on A, everyone. A is the way that we go. Alright, that's 11, 12, 12 out of 20. I think that's everyone, though. I think that's everyone that's at 13. Alright, final call. Golden choice on A. Get in if you can. Bada bing. Bada boom. There we are. Mercenaries. Not usually one to trust them, but I suppose it's better than nothing. What does the mercenaries give us? The Marshal hires a company from deep within Ashmead. Warrior priest Javaga. Demigod of the Strangled Sea. Apparently they were the best value. Rubbing shoulders with heathen Ashmeadian mercenaries isn't exactly what the Grandees had in mind, but they can't deny the results. Crime takes a sharp dip in the face of the warrior priest's harsh justice. Well, it's That's fine. 2 military again. And we got warrior priests from Ashmead wandering around the south. Your Majesty, the reptile bones, the people are terrified that the fire will descend upon the east. Demigod of the Strangled Sea, yeah, presumably one of Cardavarga's either children or disciples, I guess. These fools could take matters into their own hands and destroy the cathedral if we're not careful. What are we going to do? We're not going to put... we're not going to bribe the peasants. We can rebury them or put them in a vault. But yeah, Demigod of the Strangled Sea does sound like a good starting point for a new cult. Not my crap. It is my crap. Yes, it is, Red Warrior. What do you want to do with them? Put it in a vault. I like the concept that Cardavarga is the first god, and then Ashmedians may think his children are the other gods. That could make this the first... Oh! So they're like the same gods, but viewed through a different lens of a different religion. Oh, damn. And they don't like the ninth god because the ninth god's still active. That could work. I'm flexible to that worldview. Alright, 5-5, we got a tie. Okay, if you want to break the tie, now's the time. 3, 2, 1. I played base for Undead Dragon Cult. There we are. Yeah, let's put it in the vault. Why not? Why not? Why not have it in the vault? Vast as they are, excavating the bones is no small feat. A long caravan of wagons drags them to the museum, where the curator displays the bones in a giant room. They're nervous about showing the dragon's real shape, but the beast's wingspan spread across the rafters is impossible to hide. The builders return to their work, eventually expanding the vestry is complete. The counts are grateful to have the matter resolved, but the people are still afraid. They whisper that it's foolish to display the bones so openly. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. Everyone's stalled out. A new contraption, your heir. Oh, what's happening at the museum? Yeah, cool cathedral, but... Your Highness, you recall the giant reptile bones displayed in our museum? Yes, we did it last week. The scholars complain of rumblings at night and nightmares of fire. They fear for the structural integrity of the museum. Nightmares of fire. Exercise the bones with the ninth god's power. Gonna do a gamble on it. Come on. Use the power of our faith. Purify the dragon bones. Nightmares of Fire, what is this, a few months ago? Oh, was there a Fallen London event where everything was on fire? We're more used to Nightmares of Drowned Gods. Oh, okay. Mayhaps, mayhaps. Let's see, what have we got? 8 votes for Faith 100%. Bada bing, bada boom. The Archbishop assembles a crack team of priests who surround the bones, chanting and lighting candles. Sweet smelling smoke fills the room as the Archbishop paces back and forth, swinging his censer. When the ceremony is finished, the bones sit in silence. The curator reports, no further nightmares, and the rumblings stop. There was a citywide nightmare about a dragon burning everything to ash. Oh, okay. Everyone had nightmares of a dragon setting fire to the city. Interesting, the Archbishop joins in instead of handing it to the Inquisition. He's the big man. He's the best man. He's our boy. But yeah, the Inquisition deal with demons. I don't know. I guess dragons fall under a different category to demons, ghosts, and ghouls. Like, maybe dragons are viewed, theologically speaking, as a more natural phenomena. Because the Archbishop counters, like, the pagan gods in the north. Primordial spirits, something like that, yeah. I'd assume that, whereas the High Inquisitor seems to deal with things that have a will of their own, rather than, you know, something that has the intent to act, rather than something that is just a naturally occurring phenomena. That's what I believe the main difference would be. That's how I read into it. I can't think of anything that would counter to that. Obviously, dragons are like demons, a kind of frog. I don't know. But yeah, I believe my DM to lurks at the time was Severus has come to Nether. Oh, nice. But here we go. A new contraption is made. Perhaps the Inquisition deals with more tangible threats. Yeah, so I think the Inquisition deals with things that have like a will or a potency, if you will. So it's like demons, ghosts, things that are consciously making the effort to do terrible things. Whereas the church gets involved with like naturally occurring stuff that doesn't have a will behind it. So like the dead dragon bones, they're not like the result of a haunting. They're just a naturally occurring powerful magical phenomena. Yeah, oh wow, that's also lurks, that's a good one. Inquisition's solution to set the problem on fire is counterproductive. Yes, fire does not beat fire. Or it could be the church doesn't actually believe the bones are causing this. They're more than happy to have a nice ceremony to bless the bones and calm everyone down. Could be. I feel like there actually are, like, canonologically speaking, like, real things going on in the game, in the universe. So it could be mass hysteria. But yeah, I like to think that there'd be a sort of speciality of the Inquisition to, like, counter active threats, maybe. Based on how every time the church holds a proper exorcism, it involves chanting or singing. Oh yeah, it didn't mention chanting or singing. I'd assume that's some sort of typo. Maybe excessive incense isn't enough. Your Majesty, a count by the name of Red Warrior wants to present you a new invention. Red Warrior is apparently the main character this season. The summer of 1144. The summer of Red Warrior. Your Highness, we're entering a modern age, a more humane age. Yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitations where the head doesn't come off, or hangings where it does. No more. Behold a merciful machine for removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Red Warrior. He swishes away a cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a hole for someone to place their head and a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. The sight sends a chill down your spine. How efficient. It goes hard? Yeah, I like it. We're going to roll with it, right? Precisely. With the Red Warrior, you'll send 12 heads a-rolling in the time it takes an ordinary executioner to chop through a single neck.
With a little funding, Your Majesty, I could distribute the Red Warrior across the kingdom.
Bring it to the council. You won't regret this. Ooh. Can I afford to fund a rollout? I mean, I guess I can. Oh, that's trade as well. Okay, I'm going to pay you all. Golden choice. Fund a nationwide rollout. We got the Red Warriors. Every castle should have a Red Warrior. Vote A for golden choice. Go B. No, we don't want to. We don't want to kill Red Warrior with the Red Warrior. Duh. Roll it out. Get that economy boosted. Come on, I need more trade. I want to see heads roll. You will. Everywhere. Every time we condemn someone to death, we'll roll out a Red Warrior. Okay, well, that's 8 votes with golden choice. Going once, twice, 3 times. A lady. Boom. Hundreds of Red Warriors are built in Eastern workshops and sent to courthouses all over the kingdom. Soon you're chopping through the backlog of condemned prisoners with unprecedented speed and unprecedented mercy. Alright, your heir. Here we are. Your quest for an heir. Let me roll a dice for the gender. Is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask, that my crown be passed down too? The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son! The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, happy to first congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? Hanne II. Praise be, Your Holiness. I'm sure little Hanne II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. It's all going swimmingly, isn't it? Righto, what have we got? Alright, Grandees, you have E the Fortress, okay? I'm just going to say this now. E the Fortress to boost your military, Grandees. Alright, loosen those purse strings. What else have we got? Counts may want C the Prison to lower stability. If you want to hurt my success chances, D the Thieves Guild. Chiefs may want B the Observatory because some of their schemes rely on them having low faith. And they may want A the Deer Park to bring their farmer closer in line to spawn in a cult. They need 4 or less in farming or military to spawn a new cult for the Pantheon Dynasty. Which, as you can see going on at the minute, both the Counts and the Grandees are currently competing to get 10 military. And the Chiefs, they've completed 2 cults, but they can't get another one to spawn. They're just too good. Alright, starting the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will get refunded back to you. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in. But there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Go, 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 go! Right, what have we currently got? E and C are both flying ahead of the competition. A, the Deer Park, is coming up in 3rd place, quite close. Oh, it's still anyone's race. A, the Deer Park could upset the other 2. 10 seconds. Go, go, go. Get your bids in. Don't miss out. E&A in the end. E&A, Deer Park and Fortress. Fantastic. Well done everyone. Congratulations. We're actually playing to the Pantheons. Finally. Finally the cults. Oh no. Alright, let's do the rewards of prosperity and then the crystal pox. Your Holiness, merchants are visiting the south from a far field as Valamir and Atesh. Our quarterly figures are stunning. Your quarterly what's? Money! Lots and lots of money! Your Highness, this southern economist has an audacious idea for all this wealth. Call it an experiment. We give the peasants gold whether they're working or not. This will ensure a base level of comfort and security for all. Splendid plan. It would help everyone in the south live a decent life. Han, you'll say yes, won't you? Wow, my wife's involved. By the ninth, what are you saying? That we should hand out cash for nothing? With respect, how is that different from the grandees receiving fees from their serfs? It's completely different. Your Holiness, this lunacy cannot possibly be considered. Sudden wife cameo. I'ma be real with you all. I like my wife, and I like scholars. The scholar says there's a new economic strategy we want to roll out. I'm gonna say A, with golden choice, 500 gold if you vote in favour of wife and scholar. And we'll implement this new economic stratagem. 500 gold if you vote A, everyone. I forgot that my wife was a big softie that liked the peasantry. Okay, alright, so we got A, 11 votes with golden choice. Any more votes for A to get your money? 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. That should be everyone. I'm so pleased. Let's see how this improves the place, shall we? Oh, Hild, I'm so glad you come out of your shell. And you're not annoying. Many grandees are furious. Not only that, but other nobles. Watch anxiously, worried about this outrageous new strategy spreading elsewhere. But fears are unfounded. Freed from at least some of the back-breaking worry of how to pay for the next meal, peasants praise the crown and the council. Farm owners treat their workers better for fear of them leaving to work elsewhere. The sick and infirm no longer have to work themselves to death for coin. The south flourishes, so the grandees give you no credit. Your Majesty, I bring ill winds. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the north. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. The disease is terribly virulent. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion. Victims of the crystal pox are only infectious at the boil stage. Once they are fully covered in crystals, they no longer spread the disease. Instead, pox crystals can be harvested and used in jewelry. If we allow the pox to spread, we could make money in the north. By the old gods, woman, that's heartless, even for you. The only way to fight the pox is to close the roads and shut down all trade until the wave subsides. Is that what you want? For the north to lose money? Can't afford to lose money. So I'm gonna let you all decide. I need cash. I need a healthy economy. I can't shut it down. Our one hope is whatever nonsense we do here to ruin everything doesn't have any consequences that kick in before my ambition succeeds. That's it. Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna get loads of money. Yikes. There's an outrage. How many will die for your greed? How could the council condone this? The next day you deliver a speech declaring that the crystal pox is actually a giant hoax, and anyone who believes in it is a fool and probably a traitor. Sure enough, this causes the pox to spread like wildfire. Over the next few months, the crystal pox ravages not just the north, but the entire kingdom, with thousands of peasants falling victim. Farms lie fallow, peasants turn away from a god that abandoned them. Yikes. Yikes. But on the bright side, you add a sparkling hoard to the treasury. In fact, the nobles make a tidy profit, even Chief Wolf Warrior. Oh. Lasai, yeah. I may take up my mother's pastime of stabbing idiots. It should work. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the architect of a new golden age. Look at me, gems everywhere. You've succeeded on that front. The kingdom has never been more prosperous. Well done, your majesty. Thousands dead. But prosperity is up. But to shut down your nobles scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. Have you heard of the Sceptre of Sages? Ancient artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any monarch who recovers it will rule over a golden age. My advice, on the other hand, will be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own. But the Chancellor might have other ideas in another game. Amazing how passive-aggressive the Spy Master's compliment sounds in this context. Yeah, it's not great, is it? It's not great. Stability is our second thing. So we got trade and stability. So it's spy network time. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin recruiting spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of travelling bards. But this will require a fine touch. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles, of course. Final push? Wait, what? Back in the east? Oh, okay, yeah. Conte, ye old dad, has met with her co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure, but there seems little cause for celebration. It's no good. The peasants are losing momentum. If we don't keep up the pressure, they'll go back to living their normal lives in peace. Ah, lazy good-for-nothings. Can't even get off their backsides for a measly revolt. We have to keep them unhappy. Don't allow the monarch time to stabilise. The Count's goal is to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less. What does this look like? Yeah. Thank you everyone for being here with me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Triple bribe. There you go. Oh, pox in the capital or hordling attack. Really? Let's have a look. Your Highness, I'm ruined. Hordlings have occupied my vineyard and driven away my staff. Okay. What's a hordling?
Grubby little creatures, like fat green babies with claws, hard to kill. Fire is the only way to get rid of them permanently.
Whatever you do, you should do it soon. They're eating all of my grapes. Aaron Lloyd, don't worry. I will assemble the council. Night bless you, Your Highness. All right. Hire adventurers, yes. I'll do Royal Gamble, and that'll offset the cost of paying for an adventurer, right? So go see. Bribe but receive 0 cash according to the extension. Oh, the extension might be bugging out a bit. It often does. How much does the extension say you got, Chaz? You got 1,200 here. So my game will be up to date. 100. Okay, so it hasn't been updating. You've actually got 1,200. Alright, I'm going to start the vote. Please vote C while I go to the bathroom. Alrighty. Okay, it looks like it's a tie, so I'm going to do the thing I want to do. There we are. You dip into the treasury and hire a stern-faced adventurer from the guild. Never fear, Your Majesty, I can drive them out without collateral damage. Excellent. Let's deal with this one, though. Your Majesty, the crystal pox has spread from the north to the capital itself. Hundreds of our citizens have succumbed. Our streets are covered in glittering statues of the afflicted. Oh, yikes. Oh no! Indeed, Your Majesty, if only we could have prevented it. In any case, a rumour has spread among the peasants. They believe the only cure for the crystal pox is the Monarch's touch. What do they mean by that? Exactly what it sounds like. You lay your hands upon one of the infected and, I don't know, blasting them with your royal healing powers. But I don't have royal healing powers. What is this nonsense? That won't be happening. In your shoes, I'd say the same, Your Majesty, but the common folk are absolutely convinced. If you don't heal a few of them, they may storm the palace just to get their hands on you, or rather, your hands on them. I hate this. I suggest we look to the council for guidance. The only cure is the Monarch's touch. Kind of sounds like lol, skill issue, peasant. I don't want to spend money and lose stability. You know what? You know what? I'm going to pay you. Let's put our hands on as many of the infected as possible. This should be fine. B is the way. B for golden choice, everyone. I was tempted to go for a token few, but whatever. We may as well roll it big. Keep everyone calm. Okay then. The next day you ride out of the capital's central square and find a swarming mass of peasants waiting. They're a wretched sight, encrusted with oozing boils and crystalline growths, climbing over each other in their eagerness to reach you. Touch me, your majesty, touch me! Cure us! Save us! You walk out amongst them and lay your hands upon as many as you can. They bow and scrape and thank you for your kindness. But there are thousands of them, and while they may be polite, their sheer numbers are terrifying. Still, somehow the city watch keeps order. At the end of the day, you head back to the palace exhausted to your very bones. Turns out, you can't really cure it. The crystal pox continues to ravage the capital, but the legend of your personal intervention spreads far and wide. Soon half the kingdom believes in your healing touch. When the pox finally passes, gemstones litter the streets, but the people are too busy mourning to pick them up. The treasurer has her servants collect them under the cover of darkness. Alright everyone, lock in. It's time. All goes according to plan, your majesty. Let me show you. Your spymaster takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's ribs. How can we be sure of their loyalty? Ace, thank you for the crown as well. I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Do the Counts get a new cult? No, the Counts are still pursuing a military cult. They won't have military 10. And, oh, okay, no, the Chiefs will get a new one at the end of this if this goes through. With the current stats, he'll be farming or military. Soon they will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles on your council, disguised as travelling bards. One of the spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and the colourful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Then we will have a spy network the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the Gaunted Tavlin look like rank amateurs. They will learn to fear me. Indeed, your majesty. A week passes before more news. Spymaster arrives in your office with a tiny scroll small as a cherry stem, clutched between two fingertips. This is a message from one of our agents in the field, your majesty. I sent her to Count Brave Sir Robert II's castle. Hello, Brave Sir Robert. Welcome on in. You're here for maybe the end of the game. Disguised as a bard with a flute at the ready. Open it up. Oh, of course. You wait to hear the success of your fledgling spy, 60%. How's it going? Damn it. The spymaster studies the scroll for a moment in size and holds it over a candle flame. It vanishes in a puff of cinders. She was turned away at the gates. There's no money for entertainers at the moment, and little reason to celebrate with song or dance. I suspect it's the same story all over the kingdom. We'll try again in a few months. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing kingdom stability and trade as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. We're okay. Iron Choice shows up again. We don't want that. We're good with what we got. A terrible curse, pushing for change, food riots. Okay, let's start with a terrible curse and then the food riots. Chief Mass Connect rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By all that is holy, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. Mass Connect, welcome on in. When did you join? Has anyone else joined that I haven't noticed? Mass Connect's here. Who else is here? Super Cuppy I've seen. Gibbo Nexus is here. Wait, no, Gibbo, you've been here all along. Is there anyone I've missed? Mass Connect, welcome on in. I don't think I've greeted you. So, too hot to notice. I should keep an eye on this 22 nobles here. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. By the knife God, get away from me. It was one of my common folk. I saw it in her eyes. An evil witch. I'll pay you to go relax in the south for money. Everyone, golden choice on sea. Let's go. Wait, that'll be the southern economy, which won't go up anyway. Damn it. I saw trade and I was like, yes, that's my one. Yikes. What's it currently looking like? It's looking alright. Okay, let's go. Aye, that would be wonderful. A change of pace, some fresh air. Perfect. We are blessed. Be sure to bring plenty of coin. The trip is a resounding success. Mass Connect and her entourage praising Charlie's Waffle Tales hospitality. The South soon becomes a popular destination for those looking to improve their health. Alright. Food riots in the East. Your Grace, famine in the East grows worse by the day. Hello, brave Sir Robert again. Riots are breaking out in all the major townships, from Rutgard to Burkazov. Starving mobs are pillaging bakeries, granaries and merchant houses. What are we to do? You know, I can't really afford this. So yeah, we can either send supplies from the south or send in the army to control the riots. I think you need to check to see if your cyborg eye is working. Why is that? Oh, hello, Wolf Warrior. Thank you. Thank you for the 40k costume. Why wouldn't it be working? It doesn't do anything. It's just a flat PNG that models over the actual model. It's like glued on. The extension doesn't work. Sometimes, Kitty, it's a bit. Oh, I think that was a joke based on your missing nobles coming in. Okay, did you join? Let's have a look. Sorry, Kitty. I think you have. Yeah. Where are you? There you are. Welcome on in, Kitty Cafe. Kitty. It's true? Okay, alright. I need to have my eye on chat and actually pick things up. Alright, well, we currently got a tie. Don't make me make this decision. Somebody else vote to break the tie, please. I don't care which one we do. Meow. Meow. Exclamation mark 2d6. And then you can compare it to... Oh, hello, thank you for that vote. Let me open it up. Where is it? The nobles. I've helped save your militaries. Now you need to help raise ours. Oh, okay. Is that the plan? I don't know what Kitty Cafe rolled, but there you are. Those are the prompts for roleplay. Stream elements, have a heart. You're quick to forgive others and encourage your fellows to do likewise. Okay, you're having a heart. There you go. Let's see. How dare you take our goods from us without compensation? We had a very valuable trade deal in place. We planned to sell that grain to Saul for a steep profit. Now that's fallen through, and I'd already paid for the cargo space. Oh, god damn it, why are the frickin' grandees so grumpy? Oh, shut up, Lackwit. My people are starving. Immense quantities of surplus grain are diverted from the south to the east. And once the peasants have bread again, the riots cease. That's enough to tide them over until the next harvest. Right, here we go. After a particularly long session at the council, Hild comes to find you in your chambers. I'd hate to stand up and talk to all those people the way you do. You're so brave. When they argue like that, my heart just sinks. I wish they'd all just pull together more. Well, I know exactly what you mean. I find it utterly irritating. I was thinking, what if we did something to make things better? I want to teach the peasants to read. Imagine what the kingdom would look like with schools for ordinary people. The other chiefs say common folk can't learn, but right now they don't get a chance. Well, absolutely! Make it happen! We got the money, we can do this. That's wonderful, Hanne. With you at my back, the nobles surely won't argue against our plans. She kisses you on the cheek before hanging it out to enact her plans. Trade is dynamic, farming is fertile. The north recovers a little bit. Boo, boo, you're booing and hissing me? For what? Peasants reading? Insane. The destitute grandee, a heated debate. Okay, the heated debate, let's carry on this. This is from the Ark of... During a council meeting, Hild is in the middle of a speech about her education program to teach the peasants of the kingdom to read. I don't want to keep you all, so all I'll say is that the schools seem to be doing well. It's outrageous! I mean no disrespect, but teaching the common folk to read, this is a foolish endeavour. Do not talk to my wife like that. Oh, aye, of course, apologies. But it'll cause chaos. If the gods wanted common folk to read, they'd have given them the eyesight to do it. Their eyes aren't the problem. Besides, it's expensive. The nobles will be bankrupt by the time this is done. The nobles murmur amongst themselves, looking between Hild and Chief Kitty Cathy. This is ridiculous. We should call a vote like nobles instead of arguing like common folk. Ooh. Ooh. Thanks, Kitty Cathy, for volunteering your money. That's what we like. Here for a second, I already issued chaos among the nobles. There we are. There we are. That's how it works. Fund those schools. Oh dear. We are a bit broke. We've kind of spent all our money on this. Gods be good. Mark my words, Your Highness, this will end badly. Thank you for doing what needed to be done, dear one. I promise the old gods that I'll make it work. And she does!
Soon schools are in session all across the kingdom, despite many nobles grumbling. As literacy rises and education becomes more widespread, the peasants and teachers alike send showers of letters and gifts to the palace. Oh boy. Oh boy. That is big. Right, what's happening? Destitute okay. Aaron Lou, I'm sorry, I've spent all my money. The adventurer you sent to my vineyard does not return. Damn. Soulmates indeed. We are so successful. Good at gambling, good at teaching. The power couple. I do not even have the money to pay my servants. I cannot sell the vineyard for its worth plummeted to 0. I can't offer a loan. I'll buy the vineyard at its old value. Oh, truly? I'd be happy to be rid of it. Eventually, Grandy Aranlu happily signs the vineyard over to you for a modest sum. The Hordlings vanish from the property not long after without you lifting a finger. What will be done with your new acquisition? Sell the vineyard. You put the vineyard up for sale. It's advertised with cutlery included. You soon find an eager buyer, an enthusiastic Comte by the name of Ye Old Dad. Ye Old Dad has bought the vineyard. Okay. Easy, easy, easy. Spy network time. I've received another message from one of our spies, Your Majesty. Let's hope this time her mission was a success. Wait to hear the success of our spy. The Spymaster studies a scroll for a moment, and smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame and it vanishes in a puff of cinders. She's been welcomed into Chief Masconnect's court with open arms, already flattering her with fawning songs. One down, one more to go. It'll be a 70% stability. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. Over the next few months, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your nobles' courts. Now we must hope they maintain cover. Wait and see. 70%. Let's go. Yo, wow, okay. I see how it is. A few more weeks pass, you wait anxiously for another message. When it arrives, however, your Spymaster reads it with a face like thunder. Do you want the good news or the bad news? Just give me the bad news and get it over with. The bad news is we had to dredge one of our spies' bodies out of a canal yesterday. But the good news is that Chief Masconnect couldn't work out who sent her. So that's something at least. Sold for 300 and treasury goes up by 650. I smell a bug. No. It's fine. The treasury and the noble's money are two different things. Like, they don't necessarily equate one to one. Another death on my conscience. Oh, get over it. You're the Monarch is part of the business. The problem is everyone in the kingdom is unstable. Everyone's on edge. Everyone's paranoid. If a bard shows up on their doorstep, they ask difficult questions. Of course they're right to be paranoid, but it's good for us. We need your nobles to be fat and happy. Over the next month, more and more of your spies are ferreted out and killed in increasingly gruesome ways. Luckily, your involvement remains a mere rumour. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing the kingdom's stability as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty of each failed attempts. Grandies want to rebel. Grandies can rebel, but do they want to? I'll let you all have a little chat about that before I go next season. Place your arguments in chat before...
Any strong proponents of rebelling or not rebelling among the grandees, type it up in chat and hash it out. With our mighty military, splendid idea. Yeah. I mean, there are ways to get more military. You have enough faith. So you could do the call on the holy orders thing. Call on the church and the holy orders. Give the counts the next part of their scheme. What is their scheme? Uprising. Thrifty cannot win if there's a rebellion, and we cannot win a rebellion. Yes, High Priest, okay. Right, I just wanted to make sure you're all on the same page. All right. Okay, so the chiefs can get a fortress if they want to get their military up, but I don't think they do. C, the prison, will bring the count's stability down to a point where they can advance. F, the library, would counter that by raising stability instead. Grandees may want another cathedral. How much do you have, Kitty? You have 10,050. So yeah, we're going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top two items at the end of the auction will be funded and built and take effect. Bids on unfunded items will be refunded. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. This is a big yikesy. DNF, Theatre and Library. C&D, Prison and Theatre. Alright, it's anyone's race between C, D, E and F are all up there. Oh, 10 seconds have gone, sorry. Too busy reading. Alright, we ended up with D and C. So low authority, lower stability. Oh lord, okay. Don't know if this changes things for the grandees. We're going to start with Crop Blight, Swan Trouble, and then go to Royal Enthusiasts at the end. Bad waffle, says Wolf Warrior, yes. Pardon me, Your Highness, but a terrible blight has been affecting our turnip crop in the north. And what can we do about that? Breaks my heart, Your Majesty, but we need to abandon the harvest and raise all the affected crops. Hopefully that will contain the spread. That will mean a hard winter. Don't listen to these ignorant common folk, Your Majesty. They're overreacting as usual. Burning the crops would cause far more famine than I would prevent. Kitty, What are you Why are you always at odds with the peasants? I'm going to pay you to pray for a miracle. Alright, that sounds good, right? C. Golden choice on C. Miracles work. Let's send in the Archbishop again. Got a problem in the kingdom? Deploy the Archbishop. Summon the incense burners. This fire? Alright. Okay, currently type 1, 4 and 5. Final countdown, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Like to thank you all for praying for a miracle there. Twitch display doesn't work at the minute, but yes. War Monkey, welcome on in. You've been placed in amongst accounts. You're in. Don't worry about it. The Twitch extension doesn't always work so well, and a couple of people have had issues with it today. I will lead the council in prayer. A week later, a miracle comes. Sparkling rain falls from a cloudless sky, and the crops spring forth from the soil like slithering serpents. Hey! Even the Archbishop is astounded. I knew you had it in you. Archie. Let's do Swan Trouble. You're enjoying a quiet game of croquet with Hill when Chief Masconnect marches across your lawn, arm in a swing. It's that swan I sent to spy on Masconnect. Narrow Mountains, look at what your foul beasts have done to me. My foul beast? My foul beast? Or my foul beast? I, Your Majesty, don't pretend there's anything fair about those creatures. I'm not sure I follow. I was having a lovely stroll in my new deer park when I was ambushed by the feathery white spawn of the seventh god himself. Broke my arm in one blow from its wing. As Monarch, you're responsible for this injury. I demand justice. Technically, you do own all the swans in the kingdom, Your Majesty. That's been a law for at least 100 years. But I'm not sure this means you're responsible for the actions of said swans. Of course it does, you buffoon. Don't talk to Chansey like that. Right. I'ma be real, Chief. It's not really my fault and I want some money. Vote D to give me cash. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Grandees. I appreciate that. Even though one of you is plotting to rebel, I understand where the loyalty of the majority is. I want some roast swan. You know, maybe a feast. Oh. Most of us are loyal and have been voting as you desire. Yeah, it's true. Have you taken leave of your senses? We don't teach this fowl a lesson. Other swans will be emboldened. Swan attacks will put half the council out of commission. Just you wait. Oh my god, it's... Sovereign Tower all over again. The swans are coming. Royal enthusiasts, here we are.
Your Majesty, the Queen Consort has amassed a great deal of popularity lately.
I'm just doing what I can. I don't know why they're making a fuss over me.
Hundreds of letters have been arriving at the palace. Some of them have even been making needlepoints depicting the two of you.
Grimacing, they hold up a monumentally ugly piece of embroidery showing you and your wife sitting in a castle, you think. How charming. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Look, some of them even made replica cornets like the ones we wore at our wedding. Oh, and a group of my biggest fans want to come for a tour of the palace. What do you think?
I'd caution against this idea, Your Highness. A certain distance from the peasantry affords respect for the royal family. Eliminating that distance, well, it could have repercussions.
I mean, they like us a lot, so wouldn't it be a good thing for them to see the palace? Throw open the gates, they can tour the palace. Gods are good, I'll arrange it directly. Without delay, the tour is announced. There begins a long... Oh, yeah, let her do the tour while you visit the south. I should have done. I didn't want to leave her to it, though. There begins a long hall of citizens trundling about the palace in muddy boots, staring through windows and poking things they shouldn't. You get little work done and no peace at all. The nobles call you the peasant friend and laugh behind their hands at the increased production of needlepoints made in your image. But amongst the commoners, you and Hild have never been more popular. See? It's the schools we rolled out. They paid off. Excellent stuff. Excellent. I can't afford to really... Can't afford to bribe anyone again. We did do a triple bribe last time, but... Randy's are still on the verge of... Oh, no. Okay, let's deal with a horrible haunting and then we'll go to the Stone Maiden. I want to get more money so that we can pay a wizard to deal with this. During a meeting in the council, a commotion erupts as Count Warmonkey lets out a piercing scream. By blood of the dead, blood and stars, it's here, it's here! Oh! He faints away, falling to the ground with a crash. What was he blabbering about? Sounds like he's been drinking. Agents Fujimaru, welcome on in as well. By blood of the dead, I've been doing no such thing. I thought I'd be safe from it here, but unfortunately, when we built that prison on my land, some manner of spectre was disturbed, and it's made me its target. What's it doing exactly? Oh, we're really entertaining this nonsense. I hear voices, your grace. Oh wait, yeah, you've been saying you'd roleplay a drunk person. I hear voices, your grace. Little pinpricks in the back of my mind just now. I saw a horrid grey shape hanging over me, its face a rotting mask. Definitely drinking. I beg you, your highness. Wait, hold on. Agents Fujimaru, where are you? Oh, okay. Well, you've got the thing. Huh. Okay, that must be a hiccup in the game. I'm sorry about that. Your designed noble will hopefully show up next week. Come to my aid. We must banish this wraith. Shouldn't have drunk the wine from the prison. Well, there's only one thing for it, isn't that right, everyone? Send in the Inquisitor. That is random customization? Yeah. We're going to say A for Royal Gamble. Send in the High Inquisitor. Please, thank you, please, thank you. Please vote A. What's happening here? Why are we doing this? Why are we saying it's going to be okay? Oh, Lord. Sirius, thank you for giving me my crown back, and welcome on in. Ooh. It's a bit of a boggler, this one, but okay. I don't know why this has happened. Oh, I see. Witch Hunt is going to advance. Blood and Stars, what does this confounded council never take Count seriously? He storms out. Agents Fujimaru laughs behind her hand. That does mean I can't afford to get a wizard to deal with the Stone Maiden, though. A bit rough. Behold, your holiness. Who is it? Who do we think has been a statue? Pulls aside tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Grandi Hooker Lord. The statue is impeccably detailed, its expression a frozen grimace. A sad sight, is it not? That's not a statue, is it? Astutely observed, your holiness. All that remains of my fellow Grandi. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the south. Well, isn't there a fairy tale about the Stone Maiden? Old women scare their children with tales of her, yes. She's a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Grandi Hooker Lord in his latest vineyard inspection. Please, your majesty, you must do something. Salutes in chat. Hooker Lord has gone rock solid. The kill count climbs once more. That's now 2. Damn, can't even win a duel and then I get turned into stone. Not my game, no. It's a rough one for you, I'm afraid. Oh God. Tell everyone to hide. Oh, I'll pay you all to consult fairy tales. 500 gold if you vote D. Golden D. Oh, I really wanted to pay a wizard to just fix this. I can't believe you did this to me. Can't believe you did this to yourselves. You fools. Your hubris. Grandi's voted for this. Alright, let's find out. There's a 45% chance of them getting negatives on, I think, just about everything. You send for an expert folklorist from Quail University. Another scholar, excellent. According to legend, the Stone Maiden always stays far inland, away from the shore. Perhaps there's something there. That's the solution, a saline solution. She must react badly to seawater. You send a squad of knights, each armed with a blindfold and a bucket of seawater. To your great surprise, it works. Serious free stream streak? Thank you very much. As soon as she's drenched, the Stone Maiden shrieks and flees back to her underground lair, where she falls into an immortal slumber. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, I think we got it. Because that'll be 60 plus 40. This is going to be a 100% roll now. Thank you everyone for being here. Yes, here we are, 100%. Once again, my spy... Oh, hold on. Let me get the Spy Master's voice on. Once again, my spies have embedded themselves in your nobles' courts. Hopefully they'll meet with more success this time around. Wait to hear if your spies can maintain their cover. A few more weeks pass, you wait anxiously for news of your spies' progress. One day, your spy master appears at your desk, a face lit by a triumphant smirk. GG everyone, GG. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Good news, your majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your nobles' darkest secrets. Did you know Count War Monkey has an irrational fear of lemons? You do now. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself.
This has gone better than I expected.
You do enjoy the services of an excellent spy master. Better than I expected. We only failed twice. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful.
Over the next few weeks, your spies send back more and more positive reports. Soon you've established a spy network throughout the kingdom. With a sense of smugness that you call your next council session, as the nobles file in, you realise you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Listen, your highness, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them?
No.
I must have misheard you. I just called a vote. Let's go. Chop chop.
Count, can you come up here for a moment? I need a word. In private.
Count Red Warrior walks up to your throne, his face quizzical. Your spy master leans over and whispers something in his ear. He looks suddenly horrified. My blood of the dead, how did you know that? Only my mother knows about that.
Sit down, Count. If the monarch doesn't want to vote today, there'll be no vote.
Count Red Warrior returns to his seat, trembling like a leaf. This is an outrage. The vote must go ahead.
Aye. Care for some lemonade?
Ah! Leave me alone. I'll do whatever you say.
Yes. Yes, only alcohol can purge War Monkey. Ah, about time.
When you leave the council, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation, or else. Your wife meets you back at your chambers, your heir, Hanne II, in her arms. Does that mean I can stop worrying? You'll be safe from now on.
War Monkey, I appreciate your roleplay, but try to dial back the all caps. I don't want anything disruptive in the comments. I know you're just doing it for fun and roleplay, but for future reference, dial it back a notch.
Does this mean I can now stop worrying? You'll be safe from now on? Yes, this is where my reign really begins.
This is the end game anyway, plus way to add the ending. Yeah, I understand, but it's a rule for a reason. And people get a pass for the most part, but just letting you know. Appreciate avoiding too many all caps and too much spam in chat sort of thing.
But we're good, we're good. I can't wait to see what you have planned. That night you sleep untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on the throne. No matter the grievances, the nobles will never again dare defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter, or that you know where they sleep at night. Boom, boom, and with that,
right? The chiefs are going to have a military ambition. Military ambition, and it's going to be a military cult. I reckon either... Ooh. We've already done something with gems up in the north. I'm going to say something to do with a warrior priest, maybe? As they got hired by the south. Maybe one of them made their way north. That worship, what was it? The... Twisted? Was it Twisted or Turmoiled thing? I can't remember what the name of the god was, but that god they worship, demigod. And that also works with the Strangled Seas, demigod of Strangled Seas. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Arc Raiders over this. Javo Varga. Javo Garda. Thank you for that, Morgrim. But yeah, I'm going to be taking the stream down for a little bit. Setting up things, talking to Techno, and then coming back hopefully shortly. And yeah, because they destroyed Stone Maiden. We should feed that in as well. As she feared the sea. Javo Garda, the Stonebreaker, or something like that we could call it. But yeah, I'll work on that. That'll be for next week. So the Chiefs might get their third cult up and running. And everyone's going to be at loggerheads for military. So hopefully we'll have peace and people gradually build up their military. Now then, let's have a look. Let me open up the side. We're going to have a vote on what we're going to have next week for Hanne II. So Prince Hanne will inherit one of our traits, either Librarian or Responsible. Let me get over to Twitch. Manage a poll. New poll. Inheritance. Do we want to see a return of Librarian? Or responsibility? Yes. Okay, you'll have 2 minutes to have your votes. Put them up in chat there. And I shall read while you vote. I'll read the book. The chiefs celebrated their victory and Hanne was venerated as a true hero of the North, but some whispered that the chiefs were losing control of their puppet as the monarch consolidated their power around heir apparent Prince Hanne II. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the Count's scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they take matters into their own hands instead of hinging their plans on the whims of the common folk. The grandees continued to throw accusations of witchcraft and heresy at their enemies. Gradually, everyone learned to ignore them. Monarch Hanne ruled from the shadows, getting their way in the council with blackmail and threats. Nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it a golden age. After 15 years unquestioned rule, Monarch Hanne died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Monarch Hanne the Shadowy. What happened to Peasant Friend? Hey? What happened to that? Let's see. Responsible is slightly in the lead. Although I think I've added an extra I in responsible. Have I spelt librarian right? I think I have. Spelling? Me? So yeah, Monarch Hanne the Shadowy. Thank you for being here, everyone. Let's see our nobles. Whopper's the wealthiest at nearly 30 grand. Aranloy the poorest at 700. And finally, Librarian, you're missing an R. I'm missing an R and I've got an... Oh yeah, okay. Here we are. Here's King Hanne II. Look at that. What a cool guy. Wait, has he got the same beard as... Yeah, he's got the same beard as his parent. Okay, responsible as one. So, King Hanne will be responsible. Let's have that. Okay, very good, very nice. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm going to be back to play Ark Raiders shortly. I'm just going to go set that up with Techno. So if you're worried about stream streaks and all that, come back in a few minutes. Hopefully we'll be back up and running. Absolute unit of a king, absolutely. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I'll see you all in a few minutes, but if you were just here for King of the Castle and you're going off now, that's also fine. I appreciate you no matter what. I'll see you all in a bit. Take care now, everyone. Take care. See you next Sunday for more King of the Castle.